Today we're going to talk about the 6 types of working geniuses. Okay? Now, my name is Michael Barayev. I built a team of 150 plus sales guys. We did that in less than 2.5 years. We did that with zero money invested, and now we're growing a solar company like crazy, coast to coast, like butter on toast. Right? So if you're looking for an opportunity, looking to work with us, do me a favor, DM me on Instagram, email us, whatever. Figure out a way to get in contact with me, and we're going to hook you up. Okay? Now, there's 6 types of working geniuses that I learned from this book called The 6 Types of Working Geniuses, right? And it was by Patrick Lencioni, I think. I'm not really sure I remember the author's name, but it's a great book. I recommend it. It's a nice story, and it kind of puts some information in. And it talks about the 6, geniuses of working people, right? What are the 6 geniuses of people? And when you understand, like, if you're not happy in your business, if you're not happy at your job, if you're not happy with a specific task that you're doing, you got to look at, okay, why are you not happy? Are you working in your genius zone, or are you working in your weakness zone? And a lot of people, they get into jobs that are completely not for them, and they may like the opportunity, maybe they like the people, whatever it may be, but they just hate what they do. And if you hate what you do, you will never be successful. It's just impossible to be good at something you desperately hate. If you love it, you'll create a lot of passion, and with passion, you'll have the energy. With the energy, you'll be able to go out there and push through the adversity to create results that you need to create, because everything in business is a challenge. Whether it's work, whether it's school, whatever it may be, whether it's fitness, you have to go through some of those challenges. And if you don't have the passion and the energy to do so, I don't know, man, it's going to be very difficult. So in this book, he talks about there's 6 types of different geniuses, and we're going to kind of go over them one by one, and I'm going to explain to you how you can actually implement this for your teams, whether it's for yourself, to assign the right roles for different people. Because if you put me in a role that is behind a desk all day, believe me, you will not have a desk. Okay, because I'm the kind of guy, I need to be outgoing, I need to have a little bit of my flexibility, I like to go out and about, meet people, talk to people, like, that's just my thing. My thing is not sitting behind a desk like this, click-clacking on the keyboard. It's just very difficult. I've been doing it as a CEO, I've been doing a lot of that, but still I show up to the offices, I show up to the people, I hang out with my guys, I shake hands, contracts, this, that, all that kind of stuff, because, I cannot sit behind a desk all day because this is not my personality, right? Now, I know that about myself, but most people, they don't know they're working genius. Most people don't know that they're amazing at X, Y, and Z. So today we're going to talk about the 6 working geniuses, and then you can make a decision and kind of qualify yourself and say, okay, this is what I should focus on, or you can use that for your teams to qualify where they belong in your company, right? Because a lot of times what we see is, we hire some people, we put them in the wrong department, and we wonder why they suck, when in reality it's just that they were in the wrong position. It happens to me all the time. We hired a couple of girls on our operation team. They were really not good at X, Y, and Z. The second we put them somewhere else, boom, they flourish. And it wasn't that the person was bad, it's just we put them in the wrong freaking seat. And that's why it's very important to identify the 6 geniuses, the 6 working geniuses, okay? So genius number 1, the genius of wonder. I'm going to read it to you a little bit so you have an understanding. It's 1 sentence line. The genius of wonder is the natural gift of pondering the possibility of greater potential and opportunity in a given situation. So think about it, right? It's a natural gift of pondering, right? The idea, like they're thinking about what needs to get done, the possibility of the greater vision, like they're visionaries, they see the future, they're thinking, they're very excited people, and they have a lot of like wondering here. It's a lot of thoughts. They're thinking, right? It could be a CEO, it could be whoever, it could be the visionary, but they're always thinking about stuff. It could be a great leader. They're always pondering what can be here, what can happen there, how to get it done, this and that, right? And, when it comes to the genius of wonder, you have to understand that being a genius of wonder, it doesn't mean that you don't create action. It just means that's one of your strengths. And by the way, out of these 6 geniuses, not all of them you're going to be amazing at. Like, I promise you this. 2 of them you're going to be great at, 2 are going to be and then 2 you're going to suck at. So if you're playing in the weakness area, do me a favor, switch your roles, figure it out, because you're going to be miserable forever. But you got to figure out what those 2 are for you, okay? So next one is the genius of invention. By the way, this is not me, but the natural gift of creating original and novel ideas and solutions. So like people that love inventing stuff, creating new processes and new ideas and new stuff, and like they like creating stuff from the bottom up. They're usually engineers. They're usually people that, like to invent stuff, software people like to sit there and code all day. Like those are the genius of invention. They're really, really, really good at creating stuff. Okay? So if you have a person that's really good at creating stuff, don't put them in a thinking game. Like, don't put them in a strategic stage. Don't put them in a job or a role that requires them to be thinking all the time, right? You want to put them in a place where they can be creative and start messing around with stuff. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Our editor that we have, he's amazing. He's a creative guy. He's awesome. If I try to tell him to do something outside of, like, he loves to invent stuff. Like, he likes to create stuff. He's a creative kind of guy. So we want to put him in editing. I would not want him to be a public speaker. No disrespect. He's an awesome guy, but why would he not be a public speaker? It's just not his strength. And I promise you, he probably would hate it, right? You've tried to put me as an genius of invention, I would fail miserably. The product wouldn't even last for a minute because this is not my strength. I'm not a creative kind of guy. I'm an action kind of guy, right? So that's genius, number 2, the genius of invention. Genius number 3 is the genius of discernment, okay? The natural gift of intuition is very important, and instinctively, having the instinct to evaluate ideas and situations. So like a lot of women have this high intuition, this instinctual thing that kind of lets them know. Like my fiance Sarah, she's amazing at this. She usually meets someone on my teams like he ain't gonna last for more than 2 months. I'm like, how the hell you know? I like him. 2 months later, the guy's gone. I'm like, how the hell she knows? And she's never been wrong. It's crazy. So I'm always afraid to bring people around her sometimes. I'm like, don't tell me he's gonna quit in 2 months, man. I need this guy, right? I love this guy. So, but she knows what it is because she has this instinctive intuition that kicks in, right? It's this motherly instinct. I don't know. She reads people very well. But having the genius of discernment is really, really powerful because you have to have good people in your team that have good intuition and have the natural gift to understand what's going on instinctively. And that's a gift, by the way. Right? Like I have a little bit of it. I wouldn't say it's my strength, but I would say it's somewhere in the middle, right? My intuition is pretty good, but like I would say it's my middle genius, right? The next one is number 4, okay? The genius of galvanizing. The natural gift of rallying, inspiring, and organizing others to take action. Now, take a wild guess. Do you think that's me? Pretty much that's literally exactly who I am. I'm very big at galvanizing people, inspiring people. Give me a team that's losing, we're going to go out there and crush it, right? It's just a skill set that I have. So for me to be a manager, to be a sales leader, that was like my thing because I love gathering people, rallying people up together and kind of exciting the office and getting everyone riled up, getting that energy up and going out there and crushing, right? And that's pretty much the genius of galvanizing because it's a gift. It's a gift where, we're able to just kind of like get people riled up and just excited about the future and the vision and stuff like that. So that's the genius of galvanizing. That's number 4. Number 5 is the genius of enablement. The genius of enablement is the natural gift of providing encouragement and assistance for an idea or project. Okay? These are very I would say supportive roles. They're very they're willing to listen. They're able to encourage people, make people feel good and help them with getting stuff done and helping them work together. They're very kumbaya kind of people. Okay? And you have to have those kind of people in your team because remember, by the way, if you have 6 different people that have these 6 strengths and these 6 geniuses, you have an awesome, awesome team, right? Because the genius of enablement, that's a powerful, powerful, powerful genius. I don't think I have that because I'm more of the kind of guy that gets people upset and ticks people off and gets them excited about life and, kind of poking them in the wrong way to kind of get them to go out there and crush it. But the genius of enablement is a powerful freaking genius, right? You're able to be empathetic, I would say, and support people and listen to them and assist them to help them accomplish the idea or the project. It's a very important role, by the way. And usually a good partner to me, like a co-CEO or a co-CEO or a co-partner or a right-hand man, usually those people that have this enablement are usually great partners to me, right? Because to have the enablement and the galvanizing person like that, game over, right? And that's really, really, really amazing. Because by the way, I would say my right-hand man when it comes to this stuff is my boy Eric. He is amazing at providing encouragement and help and just assisting. He's just that kind of guy. It's awesome, okay? I think that's one of his geniuses. The last one is the genius of tenacity, okay? I may have a tendency to do this. I have a natural gift of pushing projects or tasks to completion to achieve results. These are go-getters. Tenacity is their thing. They're just hungry dogs to get shit done. They push through. Usually people in retention, salespeople sometimes have that as well. They can just get shit done. Those are the people that have the genius of tenacity because they're going through obstacles to get shit done to completion. They're pushing through. They don't by the way, I'm just thinking about my operations team. My right hand person that runs operations, her name is Joanna. She is the genius of tenacity in my opinion. She's able to push projects and tasks to completion to get results. She's just really good at that. She's amazing at that, right? Those people usually are good in sales or they're also good at retention and stuff like that. So my thing is this. You have all these 6 geniuses. How do you put it together? Should you have a team with just one genius or should you have a team with all 6, right? And my thing is this. When you start hiring 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 people on your team, try to find people that are not all the same because a team shouldn't be everyone looking the same and smelling the same and doing the same thing. It should be a team that has a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And when you have a team of 6 people, 6 genius people in the company that have these 6 things, watch out, man. That company's about to explode. Coast to coast like butter on toast like we talk about, right? Because it's very important to have that in place. So when I'm recruiting talent, I'm looking for people I'm literally looking for people that have these geniuses. The genius of wonder, the genius of invention, the genius of discernment, the genius of galvanizing, the genius of enablement, the genius of tenacity. Those are very, very, very powerful geniuses. And when you put them together, now you have a genius company. And you have companies that explode like crazy because everyone has a role that they're good at. They're all taking care of different parts of the business, and you guys can grow as a team and get to the promised land. So I appreciate you. If you have one of these geniuses, by the way, we're looking for hiring people at a high rate right now because we're exploding like crazy right now. If you have sales experience, managerial experience, you have any of these wonders by any chance, we are looking for you because we're looking for people that are looking for us. My name is Michael Barayev. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys can enjoy the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment so we can kind of grow with the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next video.